Tonight on the game show, we're going to be talking about celebrities coming to making their appearances in video games. Going back to people like Mike Tyson back in the 80s, Jackie Chan on the TurboGrafx 16 and the NES. More recently, Tim Curry and Patrick Stewart. Going back a little bit, Mark Hamill and Wing Commander, all that kind of fun stuff. Going to be tonight. It's always fun to see celebrities. Well, not always fun. It is sometimes fun to see celebrities hop into video games. And we're going to see some more of that in just a moment. What's up? This is BreakmanX, and welcome to the game show on March 11th, 2026. How's it going, Jack?
It's going great. It is my favorite time of year. It is March Madness. My Kentucky Wildcats played today and won, even though I hate that they're playing on Wednesday in the SEC tournament. It's a win. Here we go. Let's go.
A win is a win is a win. Yeah, it's also one of my favorite times of the year, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And it's 311.
Yeah.
It's a band I like. But and Jess, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I am personally officially on spring break
Woo!
now.
Yay!
Spring break.
Which I wish it meant more of a break than it does, but at least I can shift my focus for a week.
If you're a writer, is there ever a break? Really? Does it happen? No.
Never.
And Logan, how are you doing this evening?
Doing good. I finally got a complete rough cut of my last short film done this week, which feels good because I've been just like plugging away at that in the background for a second.
Nice.
So that's fun. And got some more Subnautica in last weekend, so that's a plus.
Nice. Very exciting. Yeah, my AIO, I was telling everyone before the show that AIO, my all-in-one water cooler started making some funny noises, and then one of the fans just stopped spinning, and I wasn't going to chance that, so I replaced it. And when I put everything back together, the computer wouldn't turn on. And so that was really sad and scary. More scary than sad, but also sad. But when I figured out, so I tried going in the I eventually got it to turn on, and I go in the BIOS, but everything was super slow. Like it was literally like, and it wouldn't even load like all the BIOS. I'm like, oh crap. So I flashed the BIOS and fixed that, and still couldn't do anything. So I ended up finding out there I have like a million USB cables plugged in the back because I've just do a bunch of stuff, and one of them was causing the computer to not be able to start up. So I went by one to figure out what things I actually use to get things going again.
And how did that go?
Yeah.
Did it
so
work?
It sucked.
Did that work?
It worked. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
No, and it's like it boots up faster than it's ever done. So whatever that one was, I think has been slowing it down for a tick.
USB cables can be sticky. I had a friend whose keyboard was causing his entire computer to crash and blue screen.
It's so weird how just something little can go nuts. But I'm super stoked for the show tonight. It's my favorite time of the week. Let's hop into some Jack Burton quick news.
Yeah, a lot of news this week. I don't know if anybody else has kept up, but just lots going on. I know I missed last week, so I don't think I'm going to recap anything there, but I think the biggest news out this week was Microsoft announced Project Helix. It is their follow-up to the Xbox Series X and S, and it's a PC that will also play your Xbox games. So,
Right.
kind of what I figured, kind of what a lot of people kind of had figured based on where Microsoft was going, with just a lot of their hints and a lot of their Game Pass stuff. I'm not totally surprised. We'll see what happens. They say it's going to be more powerful than your normal console, which if it's going to be a PC, yeah, it better. So cool. We'll see. We'll see. But I think this is kind of the convergence they were looking for. What is interesting side news related to that, I don't know if you guys saw, but Sony announced they're not going to be putting out any more PC titles. I'm guessing this might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit last week, but yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. And way back when at the first game show, I talked about how Xbox was eventually going to do this, be PC and Xbox and crossover. Although back then I was like not wanting it. Now I think it's a great idea and like kind of the logical conclusion of where things are at. Because back then, console games were so different from PC games, but now that everything's pretty much the same, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Helix it up as long as it's not an AI boat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I am a little disappointed that that's the way Sony decided to go, even though Microsoft is doing this, just because as a PC gamer, it was nice to have the Sony games available. Mm-hmm. But yeah, interesting move from Xbox for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It shows that Sony's still kind of in it to win it too. Like they want to keep PlayStation brand on top. But on the other hand, I definitely get it. I would probably play everything on the PC at this point, which is
you just have to wonder like how much of this will Sony keep this up? Like obviously this is going to cut off half their family. Like they've been getting revenue from PC games for like the last few years, like, and all of a sudden they're going to stop that revenue stream. Mm-hmm. I think that's only going to negatively impact gamers. Either prices of the PS, 5-6 games are going to go up because of this, because they aren't going to sell as many copies, or we're going to see scopes really pull back, and maybe we see something more like what we saw like PlayStation 2, early PlayStation 3 times, where you just don't have as big a scope games.
Yeah. I can say. I mean, I think some of it might be hubris too. I mean, they've won every console generation. I think they might just be like riding on that, even though things are so different now and are getting more and more different by like the minute. Well, so we'll see.
With this move from Xbox, like all the consoles have started finding their own niche. I mean, like Xbox and PlayStation had niche, but they felt still kind of in the similar realm, and then there was like Nintendo off doing their own thing, and now we've got the Steam, the Valve console coming in and being a unique experience that was kind of trending towards PC, but is also still not fully there and is going the Linux route. And then you've got Xbox, who seems to be going full PC and Windows.
Hey, Linux is full PC.
Right. No, it's yes.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
And then you've got Sony that's hanging on to the classic console format, and you've still got Nintendo doing their own thing over there. So like it seems like everybody's got their own well-defined niche now.
Yeah.
Indeed.
No, for sure. I don't know. We're in a huge shift here, I think, with everything. The Steam machine is interesting because it's very underpowered from the specs. So the PS5 is seemingly going to be more powerful, and then the Helix seems like it's going to be more powerful completely. The same Xbox folks, the original that are not there anymore, have been saying that this is part of the shuttering of it, that it's going to be basically so expensive, Helix, that not many people are going to buy it. And it's going to prove that they're to only go PC only. But, I don't know. Nintendo, like you said, they do their own thing. I think Nintendo's the one that can actually continue to pull this off and do their own hardware, just because they do things in their weird Nintendo-y way.
Yeah.
So
For sure. We'll
Nintendo-y.
see. This thing's probably still another year or two out, so like I wouldn't get too hung up on it just yet. But again, sign of where things are going.
It's gonna be fun to see to watch and see what happens, though, because it's a big shift.
Yep, absolutely. In other fun news, two big Lego announcements. As you can see, like Legos are kind of a thing around here. Two big Lego announcements. Number one, there's supposedly a rumored Lego PlayStation 1 that's going to be coming out this year, according to noted Lego leaker Lego Minecraft Goat. So take that with a grain of salt, but apparently he has been very accurate on a lot of the leaks in the last few years when it comes to Legos. But also, not just that, but on March 10th, so Mario Day, which was yesterday, the new Mario Kart Luigi model was released, and that looks kind of cool. I don't know if it's quite as cool as the Mario one, but it definitely, what I really liked about it was not just Luigi in a green standard Mario Kart. They actually put him in like a rocket cart, so it looks just a little bit different, and he's got a little bit more personality than the Mario one does. So it was kind of cool to see both of those, or at least to see that one for real. And hopefully if we get a PlayStation 1 that's anywhere near as close to the NES, the Game Boy, or even the Atari 2600, that should be pretty cool.
I always wanted the NES one, but I never ended up picking it up. But it's very cool.
It's awesome, man.
I know. I saw it there. It's very cool.
Just manual scrolling Mario.
Across it's cool. One. It's really cool. Like it's I think the coolest Lego thing I've seen.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. All right. Let's see here. Other news. Pokemon Pokopia? I'm not quite sure how to... What'd you say?
I was just like, oh, right. I forgot that that's what they called it.
Those are so many fun words.
I think it's Pokopia.
It sounds right to me.
All right. Yeah. So a Pokemon Pokopia is out now, and supposedly it has taken everybody by storm. I don't know if you've played it yet, but it's like clever and it's pretty cool. Think of it as the best way I've seen it described, and from playing it for a little bit, I have to agree. It is Viva Pinata, but with Pokemon, and I am 100% here for it.
This is the first time I'm regretting the fact that I did not get a Switch 2.
It was coming eventually.
It's pretty cool. Like I want
to play it so bad.
I wrestled the Switch 2 away from my son so I could play it for a little bit, and yeah, it's definitely giving off Viva Pinata vibes.
It's a blast from the past.
You get your little area.
Game.
You get your area. You have to put so many water, tiles to get like a Magikarp. You have to put so many tall grass to make a Bulbasaur appear. Oh, it's awesome. It's really scratching that itch for me that I didn't realize I was missing for like 10, 15 years, whatever it's been.
Awesome. Well, before we go on the next, I just want to remind everyone, if you're liking what you're seeing, that you can give us a like and subscribe. That would be really fantastic. And go ahead and comment here below our video, and I will read them now on the air, or I'll read them during the week and comment on them. And you can always hit us up at breakmanx.com and join the Discord and chat with us all week. I got that down now.
You're getting very good at it. Yeah. Very good. And so my last piece of news I've got this week, Resident Evil Requiem, which I finally got to play this past Friday, and boy, was it worth the wait. We can talk about it a little bit more here in a little bit, but I'm still on Grace's first real segment, so make my way through that. But it sold over 5 million copies in less than a week, making it the fastest selling Resident Evil game in history, in franchise history. So that is amazing. Sounds amazing. Like well deserved. I can't wait to get back to some of the Leon parts, because if the opening is any indication, I am very, very excited for where this thing's going to go from a just a story and an action standpoint. And they also announced an expansion, a story expansion coming later this year. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten to play it because it's been a nutty, terrible week. But I'm looking forward to playing it very soon. BreakmanX has already beaten it, and I think more than once.
Awesome.
So
yeah,
I keep saying, have you played it?
I'm looking forward to playing it some more this weekend. I think this is going to be my first chance this weekend to really sit down and play it some more.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear your guys' thoughts on it.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Are you so far pretty great?
Are you going to play it on PC?
Yes, I'm playing it on PC.
Me too.
I started playing it on my Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck, the way it does some of the anti-aliasing makes hair look really weird. Even on like the FBI director guy, it looks like he had like just white pixels all over the back of his head where it was supposed to be like shiny. And so I was like, I'm gonna wait till I get back on a PC to play this. So
interesting.
It plays, it runs decently, but it just doesn't look great.
So
on a Steam Deck,
boding well for Helix. Like my long HDMI cord into my TV playing on PC is like amazing. It's like once you get Steam full screen mode going, it's great. Like I love it.
Nice.
So
awesome.
All right. Well, I got a couple news bits here, just a couple small ones. One, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly was released today. I haven't played Fatal Frame 2 in a very, very long time, but I did like it. And while I haven't played this one yet, I've heard good things. I've heard, just from the things that I've read, people have been very, very positive on this remake. So if you like it, play it. I'm sure once I get through Resident Evil, I'm going to try not to do anything until I get through Requiem. But and then Marathon for Bungie came out, and the reception is mixed. Again, I haven't played it yet. But people are saying, that it's kind of indicative of how the medium has evolved, that the reception of it is pretty mixed. Have you played it yet, Jack?
I have not. Again, just been kind of out of pocket. Right. I've heard really good things from the people that I have played it. Like, was it Giant Bomb and Jeff Gerstmann? Both really enjoyed it. They thought it was pretty awesome. Like, the one thing I heard is it's the game that if you haven't played one of the extraction shooters, makes you understand what extraction shooters really, what the hook in them really is. And I think just listening to Jeff Gerstmann's kind of review on his podcast, one of the things that I think really has me interested in it a lot more so than I was before was they take a lot of the social anxiety out of it. Like in a lot of those games like Arc Raiders or like Escape from Tarkov, you see people and it's kind of like, what are we going to do? Are they going to kill me or are they going to work with me? Are we going to do this thing together? What's going to happen? And with Marathon, it's just more like, oh, hey, there's a guy. I'm just going to kill him. Like there's no question about it. It's just like, oh, there's a guy over there. I need to murder him before he murders me. So
murder.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. So
especially after the week that you and I had separately.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited to play it. I will definitely pick it up. I would assume I'm probably going to pick it up for PC at this point, but very excited to play it.
Cool. I'm sure I'll eventually check it out too. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about celebrity tie-ins for games, and like most of our topics, we're pretty loose with what that actually means. It kind of means like if a celebrity exists in the game, basically for us, which is fine. But since the game 2002, the game show is a celebration of video games and our collective interest, mixed with a healthy dose of humor. And we're gonna get right down in it right now. My first game is Joe Montana football. Joe Montana and Joe Montana football, and all the Joe Montanas that Joe Montana'd. Sega had that first big push back to try to take market share from Nintendo by having celebrities in games. And I always remember Joe Montana, because honestly, Joe Montana is what got me into football and through Tecmo Bowl, because the 49ers were always so much better than all the other teams. That I would always play as them. And then I found out like my dad's friends that lived in San Francisco were big 49ers fans. So I was always the popular one when they came and visited. But anyway, back to Joe Montana football. It's a really cool game. I didn't really know this, but originally it was developed by the same developer that was doing Madden for the consoles. And they specifically held it back because they didn't want it to be as good as Madden. So the first version is not great on purpose. And then after Sega kind of took it over and improved it, it became really good. And honestly, during that couple year period, it's probably my favorite until Madden, really took things up and was better. So Joe Montana. Yeah. I always remember that announcer.
I mean, Joe Montana football is certainly one of the first ones that you can think of that really came out. I mean, there's a few for the NES that I can think of, and there's a few for like different, just various PC games and things like that. But like, yeah, I'd say, I think you'll see a theme throughout a lot of mine. There's a lot of sports tie-ins, and not necessarily like, hey, it's just everybody had their own baseball game, or like just everybody is from the MLBPA is in a game, but like, yeah, there's a lot of sports tie-ins, and sometimes those personalities, made you want to pick up the game.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, back to he dropped it. San Francisco takes the field. Mm-hmm. He dropped it back to pass. Like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, the sports talk definitely is something that makes it really, really interesting. It was unique at the time.
Coincidentally, I had a lot of practice there because I used to just let the computer play each other, and I would get my little tape recorder and I'd act like I was the other announcer. So it was my first radio situation. I wonder if I have any of those tapes still. But all right, Jack, what's your first one?
So I'm gonna just piggyback right off yours. Mine is the granddaddy of them all, John Madden in John Madden football. Ooh. I mean, how can you not mention John Madden in the pantheon of video games? I mean, granted, the series is what it is today, but back in the day, if you wanted a realistic or semi-realistic football game, his name was on the cover. His name was synonymous with football back in the 16-bit and even 32-bit era. So John Madden, terrific coach, and honestly, even better video game mascot / tie-in.
Yeah, no, they were good. They were good for a very, very long time. They were really good.
Really long time.
Really
still going,
time.
right?
I mean, are they good though? But
yeah, for the most part.
They're fine. They're fine. All right, Jess, what's your first celebrity game?
Well, keeping the ball rolling with sports video games, I have to say my favorite sports video game tied to a real person, of course, Tony Hawk. All of the Pro Skater games.
Oh, such a good pick.
They're so good. They're so much fun. I spent so many hours of my life, especially playing, I think it was Pro Skater 2. I think I played the most.
Probably.
But I remember that was one of the ones that, like, me and my brother, we would just, like, hand the controller off and just for hours play. And they were so fun, and it was so, like, not stressful. Like, there are very few games where it's like, I'm not, like, freaking out, like, trying to beat it or whatever. Like, you could just skate around and have fun, and, like, it didn't have to be this, like, stressful endeavor unless you decided to make it be. And I just have so many, like, strong nostalgic emotions about the Tony Hawk Pro Skater
One
games.
might say it's a cozy game.
You could.
You could, because it's not stressful, based on what we said. So, there you go. No, great choice. All right, Logan, what's your first one?
Also, great soundtrack.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
going to say great soundtrack to all of them.
Super great soundtrack. No, those games, I need to put, is 2 your favorite?
Probably. It's been a long time since I've, like, played all of them. But 2 is the one that, like, sticks out
It's
in
been
my
so
mind.
long. What's the one you can be Spider-Man? Is that 2?
1 or 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say 1. But no, I'd say, I mean, for me, 3 is my favorite because 3 is right on that edge where it's still like kind of enclosed spaces. Like there's not a whole bunch to do. You get the timer, and then 4 is just kind of open world, and just like whatever, just go do whatever. And I like kind of that time pressure thing for each one.
Open world loses me.
Yeah,
me too. Tony Hawk 3 was the one on the GameCube. I think that's my favorite.
It might be the best. I think 2 I remember better, but now that you say that, I do think 3 is probably the best of the games.
I think 3 had the best soundtrack, but 2 is really good, and so is 1 for that matter.
Perfect mascot for that, though. I don't know if the younger folks, but Jack, like growing up in the 80s, like Tony Hawk was skateboarding.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
He's the coolest dude.
Yeah.
He's still the coolest dude.
He's still the coolest dude.
He's still the coolest dude.
And he tells really funny stories. Because no one ever believes that he's Tony Hawk.
No one ever recognizes him for some reason.
Yeah, they're like, are you related to Tony Hawk? Yeah, I am. All right. So my next one, and mine aren't in any particular order, by the way. They're kind of just as.
Logan.
Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Logan. I did a Darria.
Okay. So, I'm gonna stretch the definition here a little bit. Where I'm gonna talk about some video game movie adaptations that tied in with celebrities. But my favorite celebrity tie-in from any video game experience I've had in my life is Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik in the Sonic movies. My goodness, he gives such a fun performance for that character. Like, he and Dr. Robotnik are like a perfect match because Dr. Robotnik and Jim Carrey are both just cartoon characters. And it was interesting with like that first Sonic movie how they were going for the realistic spin and then like adapted back into a more cartoony character look, and then how that affected Dr. Robotnik, where like, you know, Jim Carrey's not terribly overweight, but and his costume didn't look very much like Dr. Robotnik, but they were able to like kind of build to that appearance and character look in the third movie, which I thought was kind of a cool way to make that work. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I think Jim Carrey just does a great job with it. It's
a great choice, and I'm glad that you're doing this kind of the way that you're doing it, because it gives a nice like reverse spin on the other ones, so it works well. And I'm glad that Jess made sure you got to say it. So
thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, great choice. And I love that Jim Carrey at whatever award show had like the Sonic theme play when he went up. Like, he's kind of is playing into it. I'm sure he was a huge gamer in the 90s, so I'm sure he like actually likes Sonic.
Yeah.
But
well, and he's technically retired, but he keeps coming back to these movies. Probably just because it's just chill. It's just fun.
Also, paycheck's probably pretty good.
Probably at this point, yeah.
But no, I do think he genuinely likes doing it too. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So my next pick is Michael Jackson in Moonwalker. I was a huge Michael Jackson fan as a kid. Like, growing up, that was my first like musician that I just thought was amazing. I like had the tapes. And would just listen to them on repeat and like would try to terribly mimic his dance moves and in our living room and all that kind of stuff. I did Billie Jean in a talent show in 3rd grade. We still have the video of it in front of the whole school. But so I was huge into Michael Jackson. So when I found out he did a game, like, I was super stoked because it's like two of my favorite things at the time. And I played the Genesis version first. And I actually really liked the Genesis version. Of my friends, when we rented it, there was a group of like 6 of us, I think, and I was the only one that liked it. Everyone else thought it was boring. But I liked it. And then eventually I got to play the arcade one too, and that was really fun as well. I think his like kind of cinematic dancing style really lends itself to a video game more than just about, you know, many of the other type of pop stars. But throwing the hat and the magic and Bubbles. Bubbles, the monkey.
So more so the arcade version of Moonwalker or the Genesis version of Moonwalker?
I mean, I think that like if I was gonna play one now, I would probably play the arcade version. But the Genesis one was the one I've played the most of.
Gotcha.
So I have the most memories with it.
Yeah, I think I have like, weirdly, I have more memories of playing the Sega Master System version of Moonwalker than I do the Genesis version. But the arcade version is definitely the one that I think I have the most ingrained in my memory, just because of the value of hindsight now, how awkward it is and how cringy it is.
It's turning into like metal giant.
No. Just
Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson going to rescue kids and like just some of the vignettes that are in the movie or the game.
I haven't played it since I was like in 3rd grade, so I don't.
You should play that when you have a chance again. It's something, man. It's something.
Sounds like it. Sounds like that it's something.
Yeah.
Well, I've led us down a whole new path there. Get us out of it, Jack. What's your next pick?
I'm not going to get us out of it. I'm sorry. Because my next one is Michael Jackson in Space Channel 5.
What?
Space Michael, man. Space Michael is, I think, next to Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, I think the greatest Michael Jackson cameo in a video game. Way up there above Ready to Rumble boxing. It is something else, man. If you have not played Space Channel 5, I recommend just playing through stage 4 just so you can see Space Michael and see how crazy that silly thing gets. It's a trip. It is awesome, and he completely fits the vibe of the time.
I can see him fitting the vibe. It's so weird that they like took him out of Sonic 3 and then they're like, come on back. It's time.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a cool game in general though. I don't think I ever saw Michael in it though somehow.
Yeah, he's like maybe it's Space Channel 5 Part 2, but he's definitely, he has a prominent role as another news show host with Ulala.
I gotcha. Should read some of the comments here we've got in Sketchy Ceviche. Says, hey, celebrity tie-ins are weird, and I think we've proven that in the last couple. He also says, in Japan, Pokopia is called Poco a Pokemon, Poco a Poca Poco Loco. Wow, that's a lot of Poco. Maximus Prime said that he finished Requiem and loved it. He said Fatal Frame is on his list of games to play. I want to try the old ones. Shaq Fu is one of his picks. I don't think any of us have that one. He also said, I know Saints Row's games had voices of Keith David, Burt Reynolds, and Mila Kunis. Yeah, I looked at some of those. I never played the Saints Row games. I just wasn't my thing, but I do know they have a lot of cool tie-ins. And Sketchy Ceviche says, Space Michael is king.
Space Michael is king.
The king of pop. King of pop. All right, well, maybe Jess, bring us out of it?
Well, I don't have any Michael Jackson anything on my list.
Well, there you go.
So.
Oh, man.
My next one... Logan's got a plan for us later, it seems like. My next one is actually, I think, the first time I saw, or heard a celebrity in a video game, and, it was actually kind of, starstruck, and it was like, oh, this is, a really big deal, which was Sir Patrick Stewart in Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yeah.
And he just shows up for the first 20 minutes, and he tells you kind of what's up, and then he dies. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of insane that you're like, that's Sir Patrick Stewart in a video game. And that was back in 2006, 2007?
Yeah, 2006.
So it was before video games were really cool in a mainstream way. Obviously I wouldn't be surprised if someone like that was in a video game today. Mm-hmm. But at the time I was just kind of oh, this is crazy. And then of course later on you also have Sean Bean, and also I didn't realize this, but Linda Carter also voiced a bunch of the random people in Oblivion. I didn't know that for the longest time.
Wow.
I was that was wild.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love Patrick Stewart.
Oh, I love him.
Mm-hmm. He's I don't know him, but he's one of my favorite people. In terms of actors.
If you've ever seen any kind of not documentary, but if you've seen any kind of, biography about him, it's interesting to see how much he changed from when he started doing Star Trek: The Next Generation by the time that series finished. Because he just thought of himself as a very self-serious, English theatrical actor. And then by the end of it, he's just what the heck? This will be fun. Is it fun? Am I going to have a fun time doing this? Yeah, why not? I've just, shot a series with space aliens for the last 10 years.
There you go. He's big into the pipe, too.
Yeah.
Greenery. And this time, I'm not going to forget Logan. Logan, we're going to feature your next pick. What is your next pick, sir?
I'm gonna drop us back down into the hole we were in. This is off the cuff. You all inspired this one.
Ooh.
So, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, right? Sonic the Hedgehog, known for great music. Well, Michael
Oh, back
Jackson
to Michael.
composed some of the music for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And
Can't get rid of him.
No, you can't. But like, I think when I play, I love the music in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 as I do for like most of the Sonic games. But I think when you play it, before I knew that Michael Jackson had composed some of the music for it, I detected some similarities to Michael Jackson's songs in terms of just the instrumental tracks for it. It definitely has some overlap with Michael Jackson's style. And it complements Sonic fairly well, I think, with the high energy.
For sure. There's a YouTube breakdown somewhere where there's like particular moments in the songs that's note for note, especially from the Dangerous album.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
You might have sent that to me at some point, Break.
I might have, because it's so cool. Like,
yeah.
Because that was a rumor for back
it was uncredited at the time.
Yeah, like there was a rumor for like ever that he was involved in it, and Sega poo-pooed it. But a lot of his staff, Michael Jackson's staff and writers and things, are credited in it. So like people tangential to him have always been credited. But yeah. But good pick. The ice cap zone is my favorite.
Yeah, that one's really good.
It's so good. It's so good. Great pick. All right, so we've had 3 Michael Jackson picks. I think that's the first mention of Michael Jackson on the show, potentially ever. I don't know if we've talked about Moonwalker before.
Possibly.
Yes. Possibly. So my next pick, this is an old game, but it's one I didn't discover actually until I think GameSack. But Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. Which is on the NES. It's actually better on the PC Engine Turbo Graphics. It's very
Graphics version is much better.
So like that's the version that I play. Ooh, yummy slushy.
Ooh, slushy delivery. Nice.
Like it was like a disembodied hand too, just like hands you the magic slushy. It's awesome.
Clip that.
Cameo. That was Michael Jackson giving you from the dead. But so Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. I can't talk. But Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu is a really fun game. Like it's a really fun platformer, kind of action, kick a lot of things. But yeah, it's definitely, and it's not a long game, so you can just kind of hunker down and play it in a few hours and get through it. But the gameplay is really fun. It's like completely nonsensical, like the things that you fight and everything, like a lot of the games of that era. But a lot of fun, and the Turbo Graphics is really like the NES Plus, because it had that same processor, just like NES with better graphics. So it's still, even though
better sound too.
Yeah, but better.
Oh, come on! No, you can't. That chip on the Turbo Graphics is way better.
It's a great chip. I'm technically better. I don't know, but like some of like the music written for like NES games was really good.
It was, but there's something about when you had somebody that knew what they were doing with that synth chip, man. Like they could do some really crazy stuff.
That is true. There's some really awesome stuff. I'll definitely give that. But yeah, play Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu.
Yes, play anything with Jackie Chan in it. It's especially Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. Go watch Super Cop like 3 times. Like you will laugh yourself silly, and you're like, oh, is that where he broke his ankle? Yes, it was. Man, the random OC remixes are really on point tonight. They're some of my favorites. They keep coming. Sketchy Ceviche says Turbo had better colors with Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. And Max Prime says, on Jess's same note, having Ron Perlman being the narrator in Fallout games. Yeah. At least in Fallout 3.
That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a really good one.
For sure. All right, Jack. What's your next pick?
So my next one is kind of a deep cut. If anybody remembers Wing Commander 3 and 4, like the big names in there, I think somebody else has it on their list. But for me, the big name for me was Tom Wilson of Back to the Future fame. I don't know if you've ever seen him do his stand-up. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
So I've seen them do stand up before, and it was really fun. So anytime I think of Wing Commander 3 or 4 for that matter, all I can think of is Tom Wilson. Like everybody else in that, sure, whatever, it's Kilrathi costumes, but like Tom Wilson kind of is just, he's just hamming it up. He's having a good time there, and he's a pretty good foil for the other characters in the game.
That's a good choice. I'm the someone else with the with the other people. But yeah, his stand up, if y'all haven't seen it, that song he does is really funny.
Yeah, and it just, his regular stand up is great too. So yeah,
cool.
Tom Wilson.
All right, well, nice choice. All right, Jess, what's your next one?
So this one is also off the cuff, inspired by Logan's pick, because it got me thinking about music, which is Trent Reznor scoring Quake.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good pull.
And then also, and I was thinking about this recently, so it's crazy that it didn't pop into my mind, because I had done like a deep dive for like research on Naughty Dog. And the new Naughty Dog game, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, that's supposed to be coming out somewhat soon, is also supposed to be scored by Trent and Atticus Ross.
Oh,
which
my
I'm
God.
super excited about.
I think I had seen the note about Trent. I didn't realize Atticus was on there too.
I believe
That's
so, yeah.
amazing.
That's awesome.
Trent Reznor is, anything he does is amazing. He's supposedly not going to tour anymore,
Agreed.
so I'm sad.
No.
But I also went to his Wave Goodbye tour in 2009 when he was never going to tour again, so we'll see about that.
Also fair, yeah.
Awesome pick.
That's fair.
Now I'm thinking about Trent Reznor. All right, Logan, what's your pick?
Yes. Okay, this one's a wild one. I'm going Jack Black as Steve in the Minecraft movie.
Oh,
It's a weird one. Yes. Man, he was just having a good time. Like, that movie feels like a fever dream. And I can't really say that it's an accurate representation of Steve in the video game, but I mean, he made me smile at several points during the movie. So, like, I had a good time
Smiling's
watching it
good.
be Steve. Yes.
that's a good pick.
He gives it such a he brings that manic
Yep.
attitude,
Jack Black.
but he also, it's just kind of like, you know, effervescent at the same time. So he's just kind of like just lively, and I really enjoy that.
I love the backstory.
It's hard to be mad at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
for
hard.
sure.
I love the backstory for his Steve too, where they did the whole yearning for the
Yeah.
mines thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so-
it's just really great.
yeah.
That was a fun movie to go see, although really bizarre when people started throwing the popcorn.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you get that in your theater?
Like, not as much as some people did, but a little bit.
Yeah. I had people yell, but I didn't have people throw anything. Don't throw popcorn in the movie theater. You're gonna upset
No,
the
because then the
staff,
workers
but, yeah.
have to clean it
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
Not good. Sketchy Ceviche says, Bruce Willis in the PSX game Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's a good pull. Yeah, have you ever heard the whole backstory behind that game?
Tell us. I like rabbit
So
holes.
like, yeah, no, sorry. So like,
No, I like- seriously, I like rabbit
So when the game came out, Apocalypse, starring Bruce Willis, you play as Bruce Willis. Like, you're going through everything, and like you're basically him. But the game was completely rewritten from what it originally was. Like, I guess in the original version of it, you were just going to be playing Bruce Willis's sidekick, and you would basically be doing all the fighting, and Bruce Willis was just kind of there. But of course, you know, halfway through development, or 3/4 of the way through development, people were like, don't people just, or I guess test audiences or test, you know, whoever they had testing the game was just like, hey, wouldn't it be more fun just to play as Bruce Willis and not like Bruce Willis's sidekick? And I guess, you know, the rest is history. Activision kind of took those notes and said, yeah, let's just change the whole story, and yeah, you're Bruce Willis now. So here you go.
That's cool.
And
The game's
it's a
not
fun
bad.
game. Yeah, it's a fun game for what it is. It's a fun little shooter, but you can definitely tell it's light on the story bits.
Yeah. No, I saw that on someone's YouTube video in the last couple of years and tried it out, and it's pretty fun. I mean, I would play it as long as it's not like $800 or something. If you can put it on your ODE or emulator, I would definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's a fun little game.
Fun curiosity. All right, Jess, what's your next pick?
Wait, what?
Did Jack not pick? You just talked.
Wait. Yeah, I think we are hopping around. No, go ahead, Jess. You go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. So my next pick is a weird one. So The Sims have had a lot of kind of celebrity pop-ups throughout the years, but none of them have ever been weirder or funnier to me than in The Sims house parties, where Drew Carey can just show up at your party.
It's great.
For like no good reason, really. And I vaguely remembered like that being a thing in the games, and then I went back to like research the details of it. And at least according to the wiki, the only like real interaction his character can have is that he will sometimes flirt with female Sims, and the only reaction that those Sims will have is to slap him.
Fair.
And then he'll leave your party, and then everybody is just thinking about Drew Carey for the rest of the party.
Is it Drew Carey? Is it Drew Carey show Drew Carey or Price is Right Drew Carey?
I believe it was supposed to be Price is Right.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
Okay.
It was just a very weird, random, like out of all of the people and all of the possible interactions. This is the one we're gonna go with, and it's the one that's like always like stuck out in my mind. If any time I think of any like celebrity pop up in Sims games, my brain just goes to Drew Carey.
That's fair. That's fair.
There you go. That is so bizarre that Drew Carey just shows up at your party. Now I want to play. Jeffs and I were talking about The Sims last episode. Now I need to play. Well, this was the third one, right?
So this was specifically
House Party.
House Party.
That's right.
It was a spin-off game. I don't remember the game itself being
Good.
particularly great.
I just think it's funny that
Yeah,
Drew,
it was
like you
just
said,
kinda
that Drew
weird.
Carey just like appears
It's so random.
like a
And
summoned demon.
This is just Cleveland rocks. Hi guys.
And I do think he's the only celebrity in that game, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, it's not like he's one of like a bunch.
Wow.
I'm just like, how did this happen?
How can we sell more copies?
Easter egg.
Yeah.
Drew Carey.
EA was just like, we need a celebrity. Who can we get on the phone real quick? I know Drew Carey. All right, he's in.
There, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yep. Quick, tiny tangent. Jess, which Sims game would you recommend starting with if you have not played Sims?
I think, and I think I said this a couple shows ago, I think 3 is probably the best. Obviously, if you're running like the best graphics and everything, 4 looks the best. But I think 4 loses a lot of its like chaotic charm.
Okay.
That I think 3 held on to, but still has decent gameplay that doesn't feel like super dated. So I feel like it's a good like middle ground. And also, you can afford to play The Sims 3. Good luck
Yeah.
I think
buying
most
anything for The Sims 4.
if you have EA Play or Xbox Game Pass, I think it is included. One of the at least 4 is.
I think it's just the base game.
That's true. Yeah.
But
If
it's
my
not
means.
any of the anything else. Which the base game, there's not a whole lot going on in base game.
You can spend like 5 times more than you spent in the base game getting all the DLC, if not more than that. Like
Easily.
As someone who has spent way too much money on it, I finally gave up like a couple years ago. It's not worth the money pit that it is, and like none of the expansions. A couple of the early expansions were worthwhile because like they added jobs and animals, and a lot of the things that you came to just expect from a Sims game. So it did like fill the world out a lot. Like seasons added like festivals and holidays and everything, and so like you kind of need some of them for it to feel like a full game. But at a certain point, like they just started adding stuff that didn't actually feel like it like really bulked up the world in any way. It was just kind of like, and here's some furniture, and here's some more customization, and here's technically like another lot in another world, but it's not particularly interesting in my opinion. I think you get more out of 3 than you do 4 for the most part.
That makes sense.
Cool. Well, now you know. Jack, did you want to go back to your pick, or should we?
No, go ahead. Go with one of yours, and we'll come back to mine.
No, I went.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
went, and then I think.
Did you?
I just went.
I think yes.
No.
Which means
No,
it should
Jess
be
just went.
Logan.
See,
No,
we are all
wait. This is what I remember, and I could be wrong. I went with Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu, and then Jack started talking about Tom Wilson. Oh, because he did Wing Commander. Logan, it's your turn.
Yep. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do another repeat. I'm going Jack Black as Bowser in the Mario movie. Look, there's been enough conversation about the performances in that movie, but Jack Black I thought was a standout. He was like the perfect voice for Bowser, in my opinion. He added like this spunk to the character while still giving him like this genuine heartfeltness when it mattered. Like it was a perfect casting in my opinion.
Peaches.
Yes, that
Yeah.
song was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It's. Go ahead.
oh, it was kind of. I mean, Jack Black. Thinking of Bowser, I wasn't on. I mean, Jack Black's good and everything, but I didn't know how I was gonna like him as Bowser. But he definitely delivered.
Yeah,
He delivered.
He did a fantastic job. I think the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, the one thing I am trepidatious about is, are they going to Dr. Evil him in
Oh yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy, or is there going to be enough to like still keep him as part of the movie, but not try to just lean on him like in the Austin Powers movies as they got more popular? So
Right.
fingers crossed. We didn't talk about it in the news section, but man, am I super excited about having Donald Glover as the voice of Yoshi. Is that not?
That's wild.
That's so great.
Amazing.
I'm just like, yep.
Wart's in it
Yep.
from Super Mario 2.
Yeah, I saw that. And Birdo, I can't wait to see that.
I'm excited for the Super Mario 2 references.
Yeah.
I love Super Mario Brothers 2. But
So good.
all right, so now we're starting the next round, just for everyone, meaning me. But the first celebrity tie-in game that I remember, and still one of my favorite games of all time, is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Another
Iron
controversial celebrity.
Big Dynamite.
Yes. But no, I again, in the 80s, like before, his downfall, he was boxing. I mean, he was
He's the
everywhere.
biggest boxer in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, it was like Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, and what, like Wayne Gretzky, like that whole period of sports. Bo Jackson, maybe, were kind of the sports heroes for kids growing up.
I mean, there was a reason that they made the fight against Mike Tyson end after 90 seconds, because he would literally put people on their back within 30 seconds of the first round. Like he hit so hard. He was built so huge. Like there was nobody in boxing that could compare to him for, a good, 3-4 years. Like he was the guy.
Yeah, and I have zero interest in boxing. And even having zero interest in boxing, I think it's interesting how good he is.
Yeah.
I just don't have interest in people hitting each other, but him, there's something, he's just was so amazing at it until, whatever, his whole downfall. But Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, the game, is amazing. It's still my favorite boxing game of all time. Like I love Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It's such a great, because it is a boxing game, but it's also like it's a video game first. And that whole period of Nintendo, and they still do it, but they don't really go for like the realism. They try to go for this cartoony, arcadey action, and it works so well with that game. And it's all about timing and all the different characters and learning how they play and how to dodge what they do. And they all have personality. Learning how to hit Bald Bull as he charges you was always a rite of passage. But Mike Tyson specifically, like he was so hard to beat, like you were saying. I mean, he was like, when we first got to him as like kids, we thought he was impossible. Because he was that hard, and it took me years. I think I've only beaten him once. I just, it took me quite a while to actually like to beat him. And then he laughs at you like a lot of the ones do. They have the you know, when you lose the best that Nintendo could do at the time, to just laugh right in your face. But yeah, and then they just took Mike Tyson out and called it Punch Out and put Mr. Dream in there. It's too bad they never made, like, I mean, they made Super Punch Out, which I don't like as much, but I do like it.
Super Punch Out, I love Super Punch Out, man. I will take Super Punch Out over Mike Tyson's Punch Out any day of the week.
Nope, not me. But I do like it. It's good. And but the Wii one, I like the Wii one too.
The Wii one's fine, but the Super Nintendo one, I think they got it closest to the arcade version, which I really like.
It is closest to the arcade.
And, you know, if you like those arcade games, any of the Punch-Out games, you should really check out Arm Wrestling from Nintendo also, an old arcade game built on the Punch-Out hardware. You see a fun cameo from Bald Bull in there, and it cracks me up every single time.
Yeah, our arcade had one of those. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It was a fun little game.
Oh, man, I haven't thought about arm wrestling in forever. What a cool memory unlocked. But yeah, play Mike Tyson's Punch Out if you haven't, if you like old action games, for sure. All right, Jack, what's your next pick?
All right, so my next one, we're going back to the sports arena. Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run for the Super Nintendo. Probably my favorite baseball game. I don't think anything has ever surpassed it. RBI baseball's really damn close, but Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run, give me that background track while you're playing the game. Give me all the fun characters that like crack their bats over their knee when they strike out, or they yell at the ump, "Come on," or something like that. It's awesome. It handles well, plays well. It's got all the major league teams of the time, and you can edit your rosters to actually make them the actual players. So, and you can play 120 or 162 game season if you really want to. So like, yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. was still like just being a huge baseball nerd. It's got the purest swing I've ever seen, and like just without a doubt one of the best baseball players of all time. And I love that game. It's probably again my favorite baseball game of all time.
It was a good pick. I mean, I played Little League Baseball, and Ken Griffey was always my favorite. And so when Nintendo came out with Griffey, you know, I thought that was really. I remember playing a lot of 2-player in that game.
Oh yeah, that's a great 2-player sports game. Yeah.
Yeah. Back when like I don't know, I feel like I like sports games less and less as time passes.
Well, I think some games, like, I mean, especially baseball, really struggle with the leap to 3D. Like, it really struggled with the leap to 3D. You know, Madden, football, FIFA, all did pretty well, but like hockey and baseball is really, and basketball for that matter, really struggle with the leap to 3D.
True. Although
bring back
2K
stylized 2D versions.
Oh, for sure. I would take 100%. I would take an awesome new NBA Jam or NFL Blitz. Yeah. I mean, Blitz is 3D, but I would take an NBA Jam game.
I was just playing Hang Time.
Yeah. Give me that any day of the week. Bring it on.
I love 2D. Y'all know I love 2D.
Or even give me another super high impact football. Let's do it.
Which do you like better, the original Griffey or Winning Run?
I think Winning Run. Because Winning Run, I think you could do the full season if you really wanted to. And I was enough of a Cardinals fan at the time that I wanted to play a full season. And what else was I going to do during the summer? Like, sit there with Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run and play through an entire season during the summer. And I don't think I ever completed it, but I definitely got like 100 games in.
That's something.
Yeah,
that's a good memory. That's a good summer memory. It's so weird because like when it gets warmer outside, it's more fun to play games, and I don't know quite why that. I think it's just memories of like the summer, and I guess like the air conditioner coming. I don't know, but there's something about playing games in the summer that's really fun. It must be a childhood.
Have more fun in general when it's warm outside.
Yeah, even when you're inside, it's weird. But we had a little tease of it last week.
Yeah.
Or 2 days ago.
It'll be back soon enough.
I know, but not soon enough for me. I got spoiled in LA. Jess would know nothing about that.
Well, I will say It is nice until you've got like 3 days back to back where it's 90 plus.
Yeah.
And then you're like, because that's where we're at right now. If it's like hitting over the 90s. And I'm like, I don't know if we needed this much sun.
See, I prefer the 90s to the cold. But
Same here.
but I do
I
get
do too, but 90 still isn't fun.
It's true, especially in the car. And you're in the car like all the time there. At least I was. So, and the air conditioning, people don't have it. Like Kansas is like air conditioning everywhere. LA, people like just open the window, and it's like, come on. All right, Jack, good pick with Griffey. See, I know where we're at. Jess, what's your next pick?
My next pick is maybe a little bit weird definitionally, but it was one of the first ones that popped into my head, and it's a game that I think about frequently because we didn't actually get it, which is the PT, the playable teaser for the Silent Hill game that was worked on by Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
That I loved the teaser for, and I would have loved to have gotten a Silent Hill from him, and I am sad every day that we did not get the full game.
They robbed us of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could have been?
What could have been?
Maybe we'll see. Let's see what is the other thing that Kojima's working on right now with oh my gosh, with the I can't remember his name. He just recently passed. Oh my gosh. I will think of it. I can't remember the actor's name. It's the thing that they showed. It looked like live action, but it was 3D rendered.
OD?
Yes, OD. Thank you. And Udo Kier. That's who I'm thinking of. Udo Kier. Yeah, that should be very, very interesting. But I think he's got Del Toro collaborating with him on that too.
OD, I'm seeing Jordan Peele, which I would also accept.
I would accept Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I will take that.
Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just am always sad about it because I'm such a huge Guillermo del Toro fan. Like everything that man does is like right up my alley. And I was just like, that could have been so cool, and I'm so sad we didn't get it. And the teaser was so much fun. Like it was creepy, it was well done, it was so well structured for like the short gameplay, and I think about it frequently.
Sadness. What could have been? Could have been. But what is going to be with Logan's next pick?
Yes. So this is one, I admit that I haven't played the game. I probably should. But I was researching celebrity cameos and found it and watched the cutscene and had such a fun time that I'm throwing it on here. This is Death Stranding with Conan O'Brien's cameo.
Oh yeah.
As the Otter cosplay.
Yep.
I just think that it's hilarious that they did that and they give you like an Otter cosplay like hat for finding it. Like it's amazing. They should do that kind of thing more often. Just have if the celebrity cameos are already weird, just lean into it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like as somebody that has played through Death Stranding, like when you find him, it's just like, oh hey, it's Conan O'Brien, and he's like, hey, if you deliver enough stuff for him, he gives you an otter hat, which protects you from rain even more, and it's awesome. It's so weird, and he's so Conan O'Brien that I can't help but smile. I'm a huge Conan O'Brien fan just in general, so like when I saw him in the game, I was just like, this is great. This is perfect. I'm a huge fan. And then like again, if you deliver enough stuff for him, you even get a hologram of him that you can put at any of the structures you build.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I ended up just putting Conan O'Brien at any of the structures that I built, and that way I knew which ones were mine. I just see Conan O'Brien pop up and say like, "Hey, how's it going?" It was great.
That's great.
I love it.
That's
Random
amazing.
Conan O'Brien. Nice.
Nice. Speaking of which, I'm excited for the Oscars.
Oh, me too. I'm always excited. See if Sev is gonna take home a ton of them. Fight on. So yeah. Sev Ohanian, one of my classmates at SC, set the record for Oscar noms. The producer of Sinners. So hopefully rocks it out.
It's got a good chance.
Yep. Fingers crossed for him and the whole team there. So speaking of the whole team, this makes no sense. Terrible transition. But Wing Commander 3 had Mark Hamill, which I was really shocked at. I remember being a kid because, Star Wars, loved Star Wars, but then Mark Hamill kind of disappeared for the most part. And I just remember, I remember was watching TV one day and he was on some talk show and they were saying he was in this video game and I couldn't believe it that he was coming back and doing a video game. It was so cool. And Wing Commander as well, which I'd liked. Like I'd only played one of them at that point, but how cool that they had Mark Hamill, and what a crazy budget that game had. Doom was made for $200,000, which came out around the same time, and Wing Commander 3 we had a $4 million budget, which is just like ridiculous for the time period. They also had Malcolm McDowell in it,
and John Rhys Davies,
and like what a crazy group of folks in that one game. I don't remember liking that game a whole lot. And again, I haven't played it since way back then. I remember it being really cool that Mark Hamill was in it, but it wasn't my favorite Wing Commander, if I remember right.
I'll tell you this, like I love the Wing Commander series up to 4. I think Privateer was the last one I really played, and Privateer kind of lost me. It was the one after 4. But yeah, the Wing Commander series was huge. When I saw that Mark Hamill and like all the celebrities were in 3 and they were doing live action video for the cutscenes, because like that was a lot of the fun of Wing Commander 1 and 2 was like you got to go through the briefing room and you got the like same like X-Wing and TIE Fighter, like you got the briefing, you got to see all the behind the drama that was going on within the war, and so where things were going, and the fact that they actually and they brought everybody in to do those live action scenes was awesome. And it wasn't just like Seventh Guest style, just like we got these 7 random people off the street and they're now in the game. It was like, hey, we got real Hollywood actors, we're gonna try to actually do something here. And playing through that game, I was just it wasn't high art at all, but it was still interesting. And I jumped through several hoops with my Power Mac at the time to actually get it to work. And like, it was a 4-disc game or something like that. And it was hell getting that thing to actually work properly.
I wonder if it would have been better on computer. I played it on PlayStation.
Yeah, probably. It probably would have been better on PlayStation or...
Oh, really?
Because the Mac version, like it was a port of a port. And so like, it wasn't even... who was that?
PC
that was,
the original?
Yeah, PC was the original, but like the Mac port was handled by somebody else. And I swear even though my Mac was up to specifications, that thing crashed like every, hour and a half. So I'd have to make sure I finished the mission, save it before I moved on, because I knew I would lose progress if I got to
those are the days like
after that.
I was thinking of that, playing Steam stuff on my TV, like how much easier PC gaming is than it used to be, even like not that long ago. But like PC, I like back in the day of like DOS and having to like rearrange your extended memory and stuff just to start a game, and like there'd be no instructions, there'd be no like you just have to call the tech support line like, oh yeah, you got to change your XMS and like reroute your memory to this and like do this and all that. And like it was like a huge challenge to get any game to play, even if you had the proper stuff to play it. And now
you got the right IRQ channels ready to go.
Yeah, right IRQ channels, no conflicts. Like your gamepad might work, it might not work. Better calibrate it. Like there were just so many things back then. It was such a it was like as much of a game to get the thing to run as it was to play it. And that persisted for quite a while. But it's like now, PC games are really no harder than console games. If you have a PC that can play the thing and you've at least have somewhat recent drivers, it pretty much plays. Even Linux, like it even just kind of plays on Linux. So like they're so spoiled now. It's great. I love it.
It's a great time to be a video game player.
Very, very, very excited. Very excited. So yeah, Wing Commander 3. Also, I love Mark Hamill in Batman Arkham Asylum, but I didn't want to put that because it's the Joker, and he's the Joker in the animated series, which is awesome if you haven't seen it. Mask of the Phantasm. It's one of my favorite animated movies. If you haven't seen it,
I should watch
so
it.
good. Oh, okay.
It's
Watch
really
it.
good.
So good.
It's
so
good.
It's right up there with Batman, like live action Batman movies. It's great.
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
surprise you how good it was. How good it is.
If I get it on Blu-ray, I'll set it next to my French copy of Batman Begins.
Nice.
It's good. It's worthy of a Blu-ray.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Jack, what is your next pick?
All right. Well, excuse me. My nose has started running for some
It's
reason.
that time of year.
Yeah. So anyway, my next pick is Keith David as Keith David in Saints Row 4. In Saints Row 3, he voices one of the gang leaders or one of the gang members. But in Saints Row 4, they basically just say, forget it. It's just Keith David. Like he's just Keith David. And it is probably one of the most fun, irreverent things they've done in the series. In a series that is known for doing irreverent things. But having Keith David in your party is awesome. And the fact that Keith David was game just to play himself and just play a characterized version of himself is fantastic. And I just love his sense of humor in the game. And it's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Very cool. Gonna catch up here on the post. Keith David's great in anything.
Yes. Yes.
I had to comment on Keith David. But we got a few things here on the chat. So, Slash and Guitar Hero from Max Prime. I forgot to read that one earlier. Megan Fox as Nitara in MK1 or Keith David voicing Spawn again in MK11. He said, I wanted PT so much as well. Jess. Speaking of collaboration, Elden Ring and George R.R. Martin. He also said Mark Hamill voiced the dub for the first Yakuza. And Logan, he's offering to let you borrow his Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh.
Blu-ray.
Tempting.
Yeah,
We'll have to see it.
you will like it. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
It might be
Add
my
it to my,
favorite
like,
Batman
Your
visual
favorite Batman movie? Oh, visual.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, movie.
I don't know if I
'Cause
go
it's-
that far, but it's striking.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for that like weird puppet animated Robin movie that's coming out soon. That sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. You heard about that?
I have not.
Okay. I'm forgetting exactly what it's called. Oh no, it's called Dynamic Duo. And it's using a new cutting edge puppetry technology that combines some very advanced like puppets that have hydraulics in them and everything with a little bit of visual effects to create this like kind of uncanny effect where they're like doing some kind of morph on puppet face. So they are manipulating like the face of the puppet but are further enhancing it with visual effects, and it has this very interesting look I've not seen any other studio have.
Interesting.
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
cool.
And they're doing a whole movie in that style.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. That
I'll
sounds
check
kinda
that out
cool.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, Jess, I believe you're next.
Yes, so I am going back to Dragon Age, which I actually have managed
yeah.
to not talk about for a minute.
Whoa.
Right? But another one of the like, oh my god, he's in this moments for me was in Dragon Age Origins. Tim Curry voices Alridin Howe.
Mm-hmm.
Which again is just such a like, it's Tim Curry, and he plays one of the most despicable characters you encounter in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a fun like dynamic between the two of like knowing who's voicing that and then like hating the character so much. And Tim Curry is amazing in anything he does, obviously.
Yeah, such
but
a
there've
great
been a
voice.
couple. Oh, so amazing. Everything he does, and like he can just really sell it, and you forget that it's him, and he's phenomenal.
Yep.
But Dragon Age has a couple different ones. Oh, go ahead, Jack.
No, I was gonna say he's also in Wing Commander 3. I completely forgot about that.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Like everyone's in Wing Commander 3. Jack's in Wing Commander 3. But no,
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
No, I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's a crazy stacked cast for a game.
Yeah, especially for like early
for 94.
94. Yeah, that was a huge.
Wow.
It was a huge cast.
Yeah, it was. I think
no
they were
wonder
really.
It had the budget it did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. I don't think it did. It make it back?
Probably not. But
it'd be pretty tough. Plus all the marketing.
When is that stopped? What's his name? Chris Robinson? No, Chris Matthews. When has that stopped him before?
I mean, it would be fun, like as a designer, to get all those people together. Like, it'd be worth it, potentially.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
But Tim Curry's great. Like, that's what a great
Yes.
choice. Yeah. I put him in the intro too.
Yeah, and there's a couple others in Dragon Age as well. If you're a Doctor Who Torchwood fan, both Eve Miles and actually she's in the second one. She voices Meryl, and then in the third one and the fourth one, we actually have Gareth David Lloyd voicing Solus.
Oh wow!
So if you're a big Torchwood Doctor Who fan, you've got that, and then you've got Freddie Prinze Jr. as the Iron Bull in Inquisition, which is another just like really random one.
Yeah.
Well, because the Iron Bull is so different than like anything else like you ever see like Freddie Prinze Jr. in his face doing. And so that was one that like I didn't even realize for the longest time because I never would have made that connection at all. And then of course Felicia Day as Talus in Dragon Age 2 was also really fun.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a cool one. Cool. All right, Logan, what's your next pick?
Yeah, so my next pick is going to be Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight. I just think it's fun that the fun that you can run around as Nicolas Cage. I'll be honest, like he's just a wildly unique character amongst the avatars. It's just got such a chill vibe. by comparison, like I feel confident whenever Nicolas Cage is around.
I mean, he definitely. I mean, you give that man a paycheck and he'll show up. Like, I think it's pretty cool. Just with all the horror stuff he's done, like between Mandy and some of the other stuff, like it's certainly one of those great little cameos or tie-ins for a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun. I went and watched the trailer for his announcement as a character again, and you've just got the voiceover for Nicolas Cage over Dead by Daylight. It was amazing.
Nice. Good choice. And, you know, Nicolas Cage's voice. Nicolas Cage. All right. So my next one, I'm going to go with a different one, actually, that I have written down. Because, so in E's book 1 and 2, they have several celebrities back on the tour. They have Alan Oppenheimer.
Okay.
From He-Man, the Smurfs, Transformers, etc. Also, Thomas Hayden Church is in that one, which is probably the bigger name in that one. But he's, you know, book 1 and 2, early game on, I mean, several platforms, but ultimately the one I'm talking about is the PC Engine CD version that has all this great voice acting. And for the time, you know, because like Jack said, a lot of times it's like not a joke. To get the voice actors and sometimes actors in general, it would literally just be like whoever they could get off the street. So the fact that they had actual actors for E's book 1 and 2 and some good ones was a pretty big coup for that one. So really cool game. I love that game. The music in it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
And the PC Engine version is my favorite.
Yep.
All right, Jack. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was just gonna agree with you. Yeah. No. It's.
It's always okay to agree with me.
Yeah. But my next pick, I'm gonna kind of bounce around on my list a little bit. I'm gonna go with Sean Bean in Hitman: World of Assassination, because. I mean, anybody that's a big movie fan knows Sean Bean dies in just about everything he's in. And so the fact that they made him an elusive target in Hitman was just perfect. And so when they announced that, I was just like, yep, I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that. I'm going to murder Sean Bean. And it's going to be great. So
A lot of
and
murder
it's
tonight, Jack.
nothing. It's nothing. Well, I mean, it's just it's the Hitman game. It's zany. Like it's just one of those kind of madcap things. I mean, I will be interested to see if they pop him up in the new 007 First Light at all. Probably not, but like just the fact that they at least had enough self-awareness and he was game enough for it. I think that's one of the coolest things. Like they've had some really good celebrity tie-in cameos here lately with the Hitman series, like between Eminem, Mila Jovovich. Who else have they had lately? There's been a few. Those are just the two that come to mind off the top of my head. But like they've done some really cool stuff, and just they come up with unique ways to use celebrities as just whatever the new seasonal event is, and it's pretty cool.
Eminem, Bruce Lee, Conor McGregor, Sean Bean, Gary Busey, Gary Cole, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yep. Yeah. I forgot about Gary Cole. That's a good one.
Googla. All right, Jess, what's your next pick?
My next pick is going to be Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Rami Malek.
Good one.
Huge one. But then there were also several others that were also pretty big names in that one. You got Hayden Panettiere.
Yep.
Megan Martin and Jordan Fisher were both like Disney stars. So that was like kind of cool to see them move to that. But yeah, going back and like playing it now and just being like, that's Rami Malek. And he always seems like he's like down to do like cool, interesting things, which I really respect.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was before he really was Rami Malek, right?
Yeah.
Like before even Mr. Robot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Robot. I love Mr. Robot. So good.
Good stuff. But yeah, I did see that sorry, tangent real quick, but I did see that the Until Dawn remake studio got shuttered by Sony the other day. Yeah.
That's not good.
Sorry. Didn't mean to
Sadness.
bring everybody down, but
Sorrow.
I just thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, that happened.
All right, Logan, what is your next pick?
Yeah, so my next pick is going to be Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu.
Yes.
It's an amazing
It's a good
combo.
one. It's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. No, the voice just felt strange coming out of Pikachu when I first saw the teaser, but like watching the movie, like he made it work. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
It's been a while since that came out now.
Yeah, I was really kind of disappointed that when I did find out that I kind of figured it was going to be the case, but having Pikachu not cuss when it's Ryan Reynolds after watching Deadpool is just a little weird.
It is a little weird.
Nintendo would probably think it was not weird.
No, they're probably very happy.
Yeah, they're probably pretty happy.
They were very. I'm sure they were very strict on
No
what Pikachu
swearing.
could and could not say.
We are Nintendo. Wow, we're getting through the list.
I think that was the last one I had on there.
Well, we're getting close, so you can either add or you can comment on our. I'm gonna just to make sure I get to it. Dana Plato and Night Trap.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a
Night
big
Trap is a game with so much controversy back in the day, and I always show it to my students because like it's really funny how much controversy it had. Like if you look at it, because the violence is so ridiculously like not realistic at all. That it's hokey, and like that it's people were so up in arms about it. But I have kind of a weird nostalgia for that game because like it's not a good game probably, but that period of time of like playing an FMV game had a bit of novelty, at least at the beginning, and even at like a terrible videos, but having like Dana Plato was a pretty big score for that game. There's a pretty cool documentary that My Life in Gaming did on that game and like the remake of it, because the remake that came out within the last few years on Switch and everything else is pretty cool actually.
Yeah, the studio, was it Night Dive that did the remaster or the
so.
remake? Not a remake, but a remaster.
I think so.
Yeah, they did a really good job with it, and I think there's even some like documentary materials on it.
Yes,
too.
there is.
It's pretty awesome. It
For sure.
definitely, if you're our age or slightly older and you were into video games, Night Trap looms large, just in there, right up there with Mortal Kombat.
Yep, especially for Howard Lincoln.
Yeah.
Especially for Howard Lincoln.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, what's your next pick?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead since this is I think this is my last one. I'm just gonna give an honorable mention to every single Fortnite cameo that's come out.
There's been a few.
Like whether it's Mr. Beast or like I don't know, The Weeknd or whomever, whatever streamer of the week they have on there. Just kudos to Fortnite for trying to find a way to bring everybody into Fortnite. And so you can play as whomever you wish, whether it's Ash from The Evil Dead or Geralt from The Witcher, or again, Questlove. Like if you have a celebrity you want to play as, they are most likely in Fortnite. So kudos to them for the deepest pockets in the universe.
Yeah, they did it all. They did it all for sure. All right, Jess, what's your next pick?
So my last pick is less of like an actual game itself and more of kind of like a moment, which was Ryan Reynolds playing the Deadpool video game with Jacksepticeye. Because it felt like a moment that really kind of like brought together like traditional media and the like Let's Play YouTube video game space in a way that hadn't really been taken super seriously beforehand. Like there had been moments, but that was like a really big one because that was back in like 2018. And so it was really interesting, and I've always been like a huge fan of like Jacksepticeye, and he was doing an interview recently where he was talking about that moment and how it led to like the little cameos in the Free Guy movie at the beginning with like a bunch of YouTubers. And it was just kind of like that cool moment of like YouTube really starting to gain its like foothold and its relevancy outside of the realm of YouTube and into more of the like general public knowledge space. It was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And
Oh, Jack, go ahead. I didn't mean to.
No. No.
We're just agreeing.
We are agreeing.
We are agreeing. That should be a meme. All right, Logan, did you come up with one more pick for the evening?
I have not yet.
Whoa. Well, I guess I think.
Go ahead and use your last one.
Okay. I'll do Jeff Goldblum in the Goosebumps game.
Oh, that's cool. I like Jeff Goldblum.
Because I like Jeff Goldblum. I love Jeff Goldblum. I just think he's hilarious and great in everything that he's done. And so, while the Goosebumps game is not a good game, it's fun. I mean, I was so into Goosebumps back in the day. Like it was. I mean, I read all of those freaking books, and I quickly so to have a game was cool, and to have Jeff Goldblum in it was even cooler. So 90s for the win there.
It's awesome.
Jack, do you want to
play the Goosebumps?
I mean, you're not missing much. You're not missing much. Except for Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, it's fair. I'll do one more. Go back to the sports realm. Evander Holyfield from Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing on the Sega Genesis.
Ooh, there you go.
Again, kind of circling back to where we started, right up there with Joe Montana football. Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing, next to Mike Tyson's Punch Out at the time, was my favorite boxing game. There was something about that side view that was a lot more interesting, and I felt like it was a much more technical boxing game. I think my favorite part was building my own boxer, and then just like you fight lower round dudes, and you get little stat bonuses to keep kind of getting better and better as you play. And something about just the final fight was Evander Holyfield, but you had to go through like 50 dudes. Like, I'm not kidding. I think you had to go through 50 fights to get to Evander Holyfield. And I finally did it with one character, and he just murdered me right up front. It was it was kind of a letdown, but I went back and I fought some lower dudes to boost my stats up. So basically all my stats were maxed out. Fought him again and beat him in like 2 rounds, and I felt pretty good about myself. but it was kind of cool. Like next to Mike Tyson, I think Evander Holyfield is like one of those dudes from the late 80s, early 90s in the boxing scene that like still just, when I think of boxing, I think of him and his dreadlocks. Or not, I'm sorry, not his dreadlocks. I'm thinking of, that's somebody different. Evander Holyfield.
He was bald, wasn't
Thinking
he?
of him and his ear.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson.
And Mike Tyson's back again to have lunch.
Yeah.
But, Jess, did you want to mention one real quick before we head out? One last one?
My last one was my last one.
Okay. Well, that's perfect timing then, because we're right on time. Well, Jack, what are you going to be doing this week? Hopefully it's more relaxing than last week.
More relaxing than last week, hopefully. Probably playing a lot of Resident Evil Requiem. That's my plan this weekend. There's a volleyball tournament I have to go to, and I'm going to watch some basketball. So Selection Sunday is Sunday, and we'll see how things fall. Good luck to your Jayhawks.
Good luck to your cats.
Hopefully my cats
Unless
figure
they
out
play.
what the hell they're doing.
We'll see. And Jess, are you going to do some writing, I'm guessing?
Definitely a lot of writing, but I'm also hoping to maybe get a little bit of video games in. I have decided I want to hurt my own feelings, and so I'm going to play through Spiritfarer, which I've heard things about, but I've never felt like I was in the right headspace for it. And I was like, yeah, last semester of grad school seems like the time for the emotional video game.
There you go. There you go.
So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. And Logan.
Yeah, so I'm going to Kansas City for a film set where I'm going to be doing some VFX supervising. That's going to be fun.
Nice.
And otherwise, just keeping plugging away at projects and things, and there will probably be more Subnautica. My brother and I have founded a wonderful base at this point and are rapidly expanding. So we found a second cuttlefish, so now we've got pets.
Sweet.
Nice.
Well, I am finally going to finish my GameCube video. It's been a really crazy, horrific week that I didn't expect, but that is resolved. So I'm excited to get on that. What I've got so far, I think, is pretty cool. So I'm excited to see the rest. But until then, I will see you same time next week on the game show.